Okay, right, that all seems to be working. I think I'm live. Can you let me know if you can see and hear me? I'm just going to check my mic. 1, 2, yep, that's working. Okay. Right, welcome everyone. I thought I would share a vinyl pickup. You may have seen this in the video we did where we were emptying the Mini. I wasn't filming at the Jumble Trail when I picked this up, unfortunately, so I can't share with you the pickup. But it's pretty epic. We also bought the record player that I shared recently, a Pioneer from the same stall. And 115, I think it is, give or take. Mostly LPs, a few 12-inch singles, and we got a deal of £42 a lot. So it's about, I think it worked out about 36p an LP. Now, when we chatted with the couple whose records these were, they all belonged to this couple. They bought them themselves back in the 60s, well, not 70s mainly, I think this is 70s and 80s. And what was I going to say? I've already lost my thread. I'm so hot, as you can see, Betty Swallocks. Yeah, it was all their collection, and they were moving on from vinyl. They had it all in digital, and but they did say that a dealer, somebody who professed to be a dealer, went through it earlier in the day and took a lot. So I don't know what he had. He clearly had the cream of it. So I don't think there's any particularly amazing home runs in here, but it's a really nice collection. So I thought we'd go through it. And as always, 95% of this is for sale. There's a few keepers. If you see anything you're interested in, yeah, let me know and we can sort that out. So we are live. Hi, Josh. What did you get? You got 115 new vinyl for the collection. No. The vast majority is to be sold on. Andrea's keeping more of this than I am. So hi, Josh. TK. Hi, Leah or Lee. Love watching your channel. Good. Glad to hear it. Hi, Barry. Hopefully some rares. Well, I don't think so. I haven't looked through it in detail. Certainly haven't really looked much of it up. Oh, it's so dry and hot in here. I'm going to be coughing. Hence, I've got what do you call it? Dr. Pepper and water. So yeah, we'll go through it. We'll see what we've got. We'll have a chat about records and yeah, very appropriate name. Everyone's loving the name. Good evening, Sally, Lincoln Seller, Tom, welcome. Right, I'm going to head down to the bottom. How are sales this week? Mine are rubbish. Not too bad. We've done a lot of private sales, did a whole bunch today, and eBay has been ticking along. Nothing to write home about. I think the hot weather always gets people thinking about other things. Going out, being in the garden, cooling off. The last thing they want to do is sit in front of a hot PC and buy stuff, right? So hot weather isn't your friend if you're selling on eBay, unless you're selling suntan lotion and paddling pools, right? Okay, so I'm going to start with this box. So there's two boxes, one record box and one modern kind of crate. So in here, this is my one keeper from this whole lot. This is Yazoo's You and Me Both with the Dalmatians on. The cool thing about this collection is I don't think there's anything amazing in here, but they were looked after. I haven't looked at much of the vinyl, but the few bits I've looked at have been minty fresh. Oh, God. Wow. Yes. That is pretty much perfect. So that is one for the collection, my collection. And I think that's the only one I'm going to keep. But anything else, there's a few that Andrea wants, but anything else is for sale. It will all end up on eBay. So if you spot something you want, shout. I'll put these back in here as we go, I think. Oh. Hi Nick, I had a try at some CDs today in a charity shop. No joy after researching. I'll take a hit on those. It's tough. You need to know what you're looking for. Ka-ching. Sold a DVD, a Sum 41 DVD. Huh. Is Lainey live? Oh, it's quiz. Oh. This was the only time slot I could fit it in. I'll have to message her and apologise. And Ian reminded me it was Lainey's live tonight. Damn it. Oh well. Apologies, Lainey. Yes, half the battle with vinyl is condition. Normally you're selling to collectors, or quite often. And as a vinyl collector, the sleeve is so important, and the condition of the sleeve and the condition of the record itself, obviously. So there's loads of Genesis in here. These are all the original issues. So we've got Gatefold, Trespass, really nice. Pre-barcodes. So let's whiz through all the Genesis. Oh, I'm just going to put them back in here. I may do some of these Genesis on their own. They're not particularly rare. Genesis, even since the early days, sold in big, big numbers. So they won't hold big value. So I may bundle some of these up. Selling England by the pound. Is that Gatefold? No, that's the standard. Oh, it's got a nice little insert in it with lyrics. Again, these are all the original issues. So this will be late 70s or early 80s. Oh, it's not dated on there. So that's that. Oh, keep forgetting I'm putting them back in. More Genesis. We've got Abacab. We're definitely into 80s now. Why are these not dated on the back? Anyway, Abacab. Again, if you see in the reflection there, not a crease on it. So nice. So if you're just joining me, this is a collection I picked up last weekend. No, weekend before the weekend just gone. Paid £42 for everything you're going to see. It's 115 vinyl records. So this is Foxtrot. Again, earlier one. This is Peter Gabriel era. Gatefold. Oh, there they are. Look. Peter Gabriel with his crazy haircut there. He shaved it up the middle. So that's quite a nice one. Again, original issue. Pre-barcode. That's nice. Paul Dixon, I only sell vinyl on Discogs. Yeah, I was chatting with somebody about that recently. It's not red lettering on spine, no. Somebody just asked, is it red lettering on spine? Or were you asking about a different one? I haven't had a go at Discogs yet. I'm very comfortable with eBay. I may experiment with it, but I haven't particularly got plans to. Wind and Wuthering. So again, we're still quite early Genesis. 76. Condition is really nice again. The Genesis just keeps coming. And then there were 3. So not an album I know of theirs. Was this when Gabriel left then? I'm assuming that's the connection with, and then there were 3. Maybe it's not. Yeah, any Genesis fans will have to tell me. I have seen Genesis. I've seen them twice live, 1978. I'm trying to see if there's a Tony Banks, Phil Collins, Mike Rutherford. Yep. That would make sense then. When Steve Hackett left. So did Gabriel leave and then Steve Hackett left? Was that how it went? Right, okay. Okay, so that's, and then there were 3. Nope. Duke. So now we're into 80s, aren't we? Duke, I'm sure. Again, nice gatefold sleeve. 1980. So there's Duke. We have Genesis. Look at the sleeve on that. That's... If that's one of you messing about, it's not very funny. I'll just turn my phone off in a minute. What's that one? Hi, Thomas. It's Peter Gabriel ringing, is it? We have a trick of the tail. Look at the condition on that. That is really nice. So I see the numbers jumping up. We're at 180 viewers now. This is a collection, a private collection I bought at a jumble trail thing. Paid £42. There's 115 LPs and a few 12 inches. So my investment is 36 pence a record. There's no real... I'm just going to answer it. Hello. It's somebody messing around. Very funny. Hilarious. The comedy award goes to... Look at that. 3 sides live. Awesome. So I don't know how many Genesis LPs that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I was to bundle that, that's me clearly sailing into profit just on those. And they're still coming. Nursery Crime. That's a gatefold. Again, I mean, whether it's first issue, I don't know. Without looking into it in more depth, I wouldn't know. But it's from that time. It's not a modern one. Can't see a date. I just shared, I don't know if you were watching, from a jumble trail stall from a couple who were clearing out their own private collection that they've built up since the 70s. Invisible Touch, which I think is the last one that's in here, 86. I think that wraps up Genesis, but that's not a bad collection of Genesis, right? Nick, mini discs are worth a lot of money on eBay. Yes, they are. Yeah, blank ones, used ones, recorded ones, definitely. They didn't sell in big numbers. Right, that's all the Genesis I can find in here. And then we have Fleetwood Mac Tusk, double LP. Not an album I know. I was talking to somebody the other night saying that this is a kind of underrated classic. I know a few of their albums, particularly Rumours, which is the one everybody knows. I did a road trip all the way across America with Andrea in the year 2000, and we listened to Rumours virtually the whole trip. So whenever I play Rumours now, I feel like I'm driving in like Texas or, you know, somewhere like that. Blondie Parallel Lines, classic. Would have sold a lot, so it won't be scarce or anything. But again, condition is key, and that's really nice. If you do see anything, give me a shout. We can sort it out. Another Fleetwood Mac Mirage. Condition again. Gorgeous. There's Mick looking all sexy there. Excellent. We have a random Madonna 12-inch that Andrea is keeping for her collection. Into the Groove. Only $2.49, the HMV shop price. I rarely turn this off. How do I just? I literally hardly ever turn this phone off. The old one used to have a button on the top to shut it off. There we go. If there are any ABBA vinyls, I'll definitely be buying. If there were, Andrea would probably keep them. I don't think there are, but I'm not sure. Oh, this is another that Andrea is keeping, Culture Club, Colour by Numbers. It's a record she had when she was a kid, as is this Paul Young No Parley, so she's keeping that one. And the last one that I think Andrea wants to keep is Whitney. Again, takes her back to her youth. So that's box one. Hi, Reseller Chief. Are these for resale or collection or both? The only one I'm keeping is the Yazoo. The last few that I showed are for Andrea's collection. Everything else, I think, is for resale. Although I haven't been through the rest of this box in detail, so a few things might crop up. We have Sade, Diamond Life. Now, where am I going to put these? Let's go down here. We have, ooh, Simply Red Stars. Blimey, we've jumped forward to like 91, I want to say. Yep, 1991. That was a huge seller. That sold millions. That it's nice condition, but I doubt that's got any real value. It does look stunning in that format, though. The first Now sold on iTunes was Now 62. Okay. Hi, Andrea. I'm watching but rolling around on my yoga ball as my back is killing. Well, that's quite an image you put in my head there. Tina Turner's huge selling Private Dancer. Oh, when was this? Mid-80s, wasn't it? 84. Oh, this was huge. Private Dancer, Let's Stay Together. Tina Turner. Dire Straits. Oh, Phil's looking stuff up. Fantastic. Sade is 15 mint. Okay, I'm not sure we could really call this mint. It's certainly very good. Oh, didn't realize it was gatefold before. Cool. Well, again, price-wise, I did pick out a load. I was going to just buy a bunch because she wanted £1 each. I got to about 20, and then I just said to her, how much for everything? Just to see what response I got. I think she came back at 50. I cheekily came back at 40. We agreed on 45, and then Andrea had a bunch of stuff in her hands that she was going to pay £3 for. So I said, chuck that in and we'll do the 45. So it worked out. I actually paid 42. So there's Dire Straits, Mark Knopfler, and the gang. Is it really, Clive? Simply Red Stars, $17.99. That surprises me. That surprises me. Is it now 64 on cassette is worth £500? Who on earth in their right mind would pay that? This is Dire Straits Love Over Gold. That's in really nice condition. Now I'm back into collecting for myself again. I get excited about records in good condition, no matter what they are. Yeah, that is really nice. I'd imagine these Dire Straits will have some value, whether individually or I bundle them, I'm not sure. 7p, says Phil. 42 is always the answer. Isn't that the answer to life and the universe and everything? Private Dancer, produced by Mark Knopfler. Was it really? Dire Straits, if first press, mint 10 to 20. Private Dancer was written by Mark Knopfler too, I think. That guy must be minted, right? Yes, John. Yeah, that is certainly this Love Over Gold one is. I don't know if you can go as far as mint. I always shy away from calling things mint. I'd rather kind of understate it, you know. Don't really like vinyl. Ah, well, maybe you'll grow to love it. I'm not a massive fan of older music. You're trying to make me feel old. Yes, I find your live streams very watchable. Well, good. Okay, so we've got more Dire Straits. This has a lot of cover wear on it. Was that part of the design? No, that's wear. This is making movies. Oh, there's the front. £4.29. £4.29 for an LP. That's wow. Nice inner with the lyrics on. Ah. Their multi-million selling classic Brothers in Arms. Special offer, £5.49. So depending on, we're into barcode era now. Depending on individual values, I will tend to bundle. I can imagine these Dire Straits may get bundled. Perhaps that Love Over Gold I'll do on its own. I don't know. You will find out as I do. I flicked through these at the time I was making a cheeky offer on the whole lot, and then we agreed a price, and I stopped looking. I just put them in the car. Probably. Been dealing for over 20 years. You will have way more knowledge about all of this than me then. I do not profess to be an expert at all. I am more of a fan than a dealer in vinyl. I've always dabbled. But there you go. Eagles' Greatest Hits. Massive, massive selling record. That's gorgeous. Wow. £1.95 it's got on the sticker there. There's a few of these about. That's not a rarity, is it? Oh, Focus. Hamburger Concerto. No idea. Who the hell would pay £500 for epoxy cassette? Exactly. Good question. Oh, hi, Rod. Yeah, you just got the message I sent. All right. Good to see you. Mint must be sealed. Near mint is next best. Ideally, no signs of play or spindle marks. Okay. Wow, Daniel's got all the Now album facts. £700. Who pays it? Who pays that? Is the Eagles embossed? Let's have a look. Yes, it is. It has, the skull is raised. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it in the light. The eagle skull is certainly embossed. Have you sent out my Fantasia CD yet? I don't know. When did you order that? Oh, I've turned my phone off. I'm trying to look on my phone. If it's not been sent, it'll be sent. What day are we? It'll be sent tomorrow. But you worked in a record shop, Nick. Oh, hang on, it was our place. Yeah, and when I started working in record shops, I started in '96. Vinyl was at an all-time low in the late '90s, early 2000s. We weren't even stocking it at all. We would order occasional bits in, but it was all CDs. Anyway, I'm still showing this Focus. I know nothing about that band. Don't know anything about them. Yes, I love my music. Psych to prog to hip hop. Excellent. Absolutely, Diane. I'm well aware there are people out there that pay these silly numbers. It boggles your brain there, doesn't it? That people have that much kind of disposable cash to spend on things like now mini discs or Atari cartridges. Prog folk. Is that prog rock? Hi, Nick. I got my first office today. I am also an eBay seller. So happy. Cool. That's a great feeling, isn't it? So we've now got some Elton John. Ice on Fire. Not an LP or an album I remember at all. Where are we? We're 1985. Nikita. Remember that track? The only track I recognize on there. Oh, it's got it on the sticker. Nikita. Ice on Fire, including the smash hit single Nikita. We have Huey Lewis and the News. Now they made it big. They may have been big already, but I remember them coming to the fore in Back to the Future. Stuck with You, I remember. Power of Love. Yeah. It's cool. So if you're just joining me, we've got 230 odd people in. This is a collection I picked up weekend before last, and there's 115 vinyl LPs and a few 12-inch singles, and I paid £42. And this is the first time I've gone through this big box. Right, so we've got Rainbow. Down to Earth. That's cool looking. Oh, wow. Again, not a band. I've heard of Rainbow. I've never listened to Rainbow. I knew more about Rainbow, the kids' TV show in the 70s, than the band. Is this 70s? Are we in the 70s? Yeah. 79, I think that says. You got JD in that. Unfortunately not. This is Dr. Pepper. Wow, it's crazy that these things sell for so much. How do the people selling these things so cheap not know? So many people don't assign value to stuff, particularly random CDs, cassettes, and mini discs. People make the assumption because most CDs are worthless, that all are, or mini discs, it's an old format nobody cares of. People only buy, digital music now, so people just don't assign it any value. That's cool. Shadows 20 Golden Greats probably has very little value. Still a nice thing. So yeah, going back to the purchase, we bought the whole lot for £42, so it worked out at 36p an LP. Bangles, they were huge, late 80s. Includes Walk Like an Egyptian, Manic Monday, If She Knew What She Wants. Now, who was everyone's favourite bangle? Susanna Hoffs, perhaps? They were gorgeous, right? Vicky Peters, Debbie Peterson, Susanna Hoffs. It says Michael Steele. Can't be Michael. Takes me back. I was more Debbie. Oh, Debbie was gorgeous as well. Absolutely. No hip hop. This is a couple's collection, and they were clearly into their rock and pop. I don't think there's going to be any hip hop in here, but we might be pleasantly surprised in a minute. Boston. Now they did More Than a Feeling. Is it on here? Let's have a look. No, I don't think it is. No. Okay, that's quite nice. Epic Records. Oh, yes, it is Michael. Ah, it's an American thing. Okay. Susanna was the only one I gave her monkeys about. It's the only name I actually remember. More Than a Dealing. Some classical LPs can go for very big money. It's just finding the right ones. Yes, I have heard such things. There are at the back a few classical LPs, so you never know. We may strike it lucky there. Now, this one is coming apart. This is not uncommon. In the limited dealings I've had with vinyl, the glue gives out over the years, but it's an easy fix. So we have Camel. What's that? The Snow Goose. Oh, music inspired by the Snow Goose. Again, it's a band I've heard of, but I do not know the music. Don't know if they're particularly collected or sought after, but I can guarantee it's worth more than 36 pence. Well, I'd like to hope so. Ah, fans of Camelin, Thomas. Wow, love Camel. Snow Goose is brilliant. Camel, prog rock band. Right. Hey Mel, I only remember Camel cigarettes. Oh, so do I. They were really strong. They were really trendy for a while. In the early 90s, I had friends who would only smoke Camel. But yeah, really strong. Oh, we're on to a bit of Clannad. Clannad legend. So he's from the Robin Hood series, right? They aired in the 80s. Robin the Hooded Man. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Now, I sold a bundle of Clannad on CD. When I picked up that massive haul of CDs, not the classical ones, the one before, there was about 10 Clannad albums, and they sold quick for 20, 25, I don't know, not big money, but when you're paying 20p, it soon adds up. That's in nice condition. Michael Praed, yes, that rings a bell. Their first LP cover was the cigarette Camel, right? Yes, Mel, they were strong. Oh dear. We share a lot in our past, Mel. You don't want to hear my Camel joke. Maybe I do, Rod. Okay, a bit of Clapton. Timepieces, the best of Eric Clapton. £3.50 that sold for in plastic wax records. Oh, I can't highlight the thing. I would imagine that's a long since defunct record shop. Nick, Bamba is the best Clannad album. It's not a band I've ever been drawn to be honest. Clannad and Enya sound like silence coloured in. Is that a compliment or are you taking the mick? I'm not quite sure. Johnny Forticoats. Hi. I used to smoke Camels, smelled like raisins when you opened a fresh pack. Oh, blimey. Smoking is unhealthy. I think everybody's aware of that, Charlie. Clannad, same as Enya. Yeah, it's that Irish folk roots kind of music, isn't it? Not a surprise, considering we had pretty much all of Genesis up to, what was it, Invisible Touch. We now have Phil Collins. No jacket required. Very nice. No barcode. Is that gatefold? No. It's got a nice inner with... Oh, how 80s is that image? Ill-fitting suits, all the rage. Not on this channel, you don't. Oh, okay, Rod. Send me it privately. Flipping out. I used to smoke Sovereigns. The cream of Eric Clapton is good on vinyl. Is that what I just showed? No, that was timepieces I've got. Okay. Plastic Wax are still going in Bristol. Epic. Good to hear. Hello, mate. How you doing? I missed most of your chat with Vinny. I didn't know that was going on. It's good to see Vinny back on YouTube. To Pal, Bridge of Spies. Now, this was huge for them. I'm guessing it's 87, 88 sort of era we're in now. 87. They were huge. They were probably one of the biggest selling bands that year. And then they slowly just vanished, right? They didn't have any longevity. Heart and Soul, China in Your Hand. Yeah, this was massive. Probably very little value because it sold in big numbers and there's no kind of demand for it. I don't know, I might be wrong, but I wouldn't expect that to be worth much. No, I don't really see the point because chances are, well, that doesn't have one on. I could damage it and it's not worth the hassle. I'm just going to leave them on. That's gorgeous. John Lennon collection. Really nice condition. Give peace a chance. Instant karma. Power to the people. Oh, what a genius. So I'm guessing this wasn't... Was this after? Yeah, this is after he passed. 82. I sold what little vinyl I had at the car boot at the weekend. What, your own vinyl? Or was that stuff you'd bought to resell? China in Your Hand was on that LP. That wasn't the single. This was the album. But China in Your Hand was on it. I've no idea. I haven't really done any research at all. But we'll do okay out of it. There's no doubt. Chieftains. Now, is this Irish folk again? Folk. Oh, okay. There's a giveaway. There's a clue. Folk, Irish, instrumental. Excellent. So this couple clearly had a penchant for Irish folk as well, with all the Clannad and what have you in here. Yes, Mel. Yeah, it's really nice. Oh, more bangles. Oh, no, I thought it was bangles. It's Bananarama. Yeah, condition is everything. Even an average kind of bog standard record, will sell much better if it's in really nice condition. Ooh, look at the embossing on that. Ooh, that's nice. So who was everybody's favorite banana? And my mind's just gone blank. Siobhan. She's the one who went on to form Shakespeare's Sister, which I was a huge fan of. Oh, the writing is so Karen or Karen. She was my favorite in Bananarama. And the other one, Sarah. Did I say Sarah? The writing is so weird. Come on, favorite bananas. Sarah. Okay. I don't remember seeing any Jethro Tull, but I haven't been through this whole box. I was saying before, I picked out a bunch and then I just made an offer on the lot and we came to a quick deal. So I stopped looking. Saw Bananarama a couple of years ago live. Oh, sorry, wrong. My ears bled. Excellent. They always looked moody. What, these guys? That's the sultry 80s look. That's deep and meaningful. Yes. Are they not anymore then? Is that a defunct marriage? Yeah, they did. They were with Funboy 3. Ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it. And that's what gets results. Fives. Your favorite banana. Yeah, Pete Waterman, late 80s. Stock Aitken Waterman were, well, they called themselves the Hit Factory for good reason, right? More Phil Collins. We've got Face Value. Really nice condition. Oh, it's gatefold. Hold on. Nice. Again, the issue, if there is one with these, will be that he sold so many millions of copies. They're so easy to come by, hence the value isn't great. But at least the condition's there, so they will sell. Trying to sell a scruffy copy of that, you might as well not bother, I would imagine, because, yeah. So, Shakespeare's Sister headlined Glastonbury. Did they really? Well, they were huge in '92 on the back of Stay, so maybe it was then. I remember Stay being massive, sort of late '92. I prefer their first album, which is brilliant. If you see it, pick it up. Phil Collins. PTSD. Do you have any black lace? I assume that means records. I don't know. Don't think so. Saw them live in a nightclub back around the mid-90s. All seemed very moody and did not seem happy. We on Bananarama still? Oh, yeah, black lace. Oh, sorry. That comment. Take That's first single is rare, I hear. Wouldn't surprise me. I always remember Shakespeare's Sister doing Stay. Yes. '92 was my first Glastonbury. I don't remember a thing. That's how it should be, surely. There's a few gigs in my past that are like that. I know I went. Okay, back on Dire Straits. Communique. That's nice. There we are. So we're back in the 80s. Oh, no, 70s. 1979. So again, if you're just dropping in, these will all be for sale, apart from a handful that I showed in the beginning that I'm keeping, or my wife is keeping. If you see anything you want, whoa, hello. Hello, Tina. Wow. It's quite a statement. So this is Foreign Affair 89. Steamy windows, the best. I don't want to lose you. Cool. Now, Andrea was a fan of Tina. It's not really my bag, but... Oh, Bonnie Tyler. Whoa. It's Welsh Bonnie. I can practically see her bush. Hi, G-Man. Thumbnail sorted. Nutbush. Yeah, we could see her Nutbush city limits, couldn't we? Hey? Virtually. Bonnie is much more discreet, right? Butter wouldn't melt in her mouth. So this is faster than the speed of night. The condition is really good on that. Probably not worth a great deal, I would imagine, but you never know. Again, probably more than 36 pence. Mother, I can never come home again because I seem to have left an important part of my brain somewhere in a field in Hampshire. Yes. Yes, very true. Siobhan Fahey was, or Fahy, however you say it, was with Dave Stewart for a while. For my sins, I have never done Glastonbury. We've thought about it many times. My youngest sister has been loads of times, has worked there and done all sorts. It's on the list of things to do. Yeah, and that is the cool thing about this collection. It's what makes me kind of excited. I know there's no real home runs, particularly in here, but they've just been so well looked after. That is so stunning. I mean, considering this is what, 70s? It's Wings. So I'm thinking, yeah, 76. Wings at the speed of sound. Looks like it was bought yesterday. Oh, look at Linda there. The old Linda McCartney. I don't know if Wings are particularly collected. They've obviously got the McCartney Beatles connection. Oh, that's an inner, but the record itself isn't in the inner. I wouldn't be surprised if there's quite a collector's market for Wing stuff. Ooh, very nice condition, Yellow Brick Road. Reseller Glastonbury meetup. Do it. Let's do it. I bought that in 76. Which one? Wings? Very cool. Yeah, Sorted Trees and Whiz. That's what was being quoted before. Yeah, I had that pulp Common People. It's just a masterpiece. So yeah, this is lovely. The condition is amazing considering, let's see when it came out. It's got to be late 70s, early 80s. Oh, they didn't like putting dates on things back then, did they? Let's go for the label. Oh, it's way earlier than I thought. 73. It's as old as me, right? This is as old as me. Look at the state of this, and then look at the state of this. This has done so much better than I have. Look at that. That's epic. Is it yellow? No, the one I pulled out then wasn't yellow, was it? No. Let's have a look at the other one just in case. No, they're black. Damn black, yeah. Second press. Oh, it was the first press yellow. Well, that's cool. Yellow Brick Road makes sense. That is nice though. I can't grumble. 36p a record. I have to keep reminding myself what I paid. And here's the thing. This jumble trail started at 10 or 11 sometime in the morning. 3 o'clock we got to the stall. 3 o'clock. We're back on Lennon and Yoko Double Fantasy. Very nice. So by that point he had his own label. Lenono. So it's half Lennon, half Ono. Very cool. It's on Geffen. 1980. So it was 80. Hang on. Was it 80 or 81 he died? One of the two. And it was on my birthday, which I always remember, which is odd. December the 8th, he was tragically shot. Right. Yeah, the yellow one is worth a few pennies. Not surprised. Mint is still good for 70s Eltons. Well, that I'm not sure I could call it mint, but it's certainly in excellent condition. That will have some value. I can't believe these were still there. £1 each they were asking, and then they did me the 100 and odd for £42. It was crazy. Now, Stone Cold Classic. I love this. Hotel California, the Eagles. Gatefold. Look at that. It'll never come to much, this album. It'll never sell. I might be keeping that. I'll be honest. I don't think I'm selling this. I didn't realise that was in there. Yeah, I don't think that's being sold on. Cyndi Lauper. She's so unusual. Oh, hold on. Poster. What, on Hotel California? Let's have a look. Do both sides open? No. We have vinyl, black, and oh, it's like a long, thin, almost like a banner. That is cool. Let's have a look. What a moody bunch. Okay, so yeah, poster. It's been well thumbed. It's looks like out of the collection, maybe this one was played the most because it's been, in and out of the record box a lot more than the others, but look at it. Sold Hotel California, similar condition, £12 about 6 months ago. Well, that's pretty good. I mean, the amount it sold, I was thinking, common as muck, really, but I don't think I'm selling that one. So anyway, what were we looking at? Yeah, Cyndi Lauper. Ooh. She's painted the soles of her shoes. Random. Well thumbed. Getting very hard to find lovely condition. What are we talking about there? I don't know which one you're talking about. No, I'm not going to play them all. I will visually inspect them. That's probably as far as I'll go. I'll play the ones I particularly want to listen to. It's such a hard life. Right, we're back on Clannad. I don't know why I just took that one out. Clannad Magical Ring. Like so. Now, Clannad. Is it Mare Brennan? seems to ring a bell. Can't see the names of the people. Anyway, Clanad. We're gonna be here all night. Paula Abdul. Oh, Andrea might want this if she hasn't already got it. Andrea's trying to collect what she was into in the 80s, and she was into a lot of the pop stuff. So if she clocks eyes on that, I would think that's being kept. Oh my word. Tracy Ullman. I think I may be wrong. I didn't ask whose records were whose. I think it's very stereotypical, but I think I'm right. These would have been the wife's, and the prog rock stuff and all of that was the blokes. Maybe they did say that their mutual love was Genesis, and they used to go gigging and watch Genesis. So that was the kind of crossover for them. The crossover with me and Andrea is Depeche Mode. She has no choice. She has to like them. Tracy Ullman, Simpsons legend. Oh, is it Moya Brennan? Is that it? Okay. Opposites attract, yes. Eagles have 2 albums in the top 10 biggest selling albums of all time. Their greatest hits overtook Michael Jackson's Thriller last year as #1. Did it really? Wow. Anyway, Tracy Ullman, LP. There you go. You should do guess the album covers for the quiz. We could do, couldn't we? Oh, Rick Wakeman. Look at the condition on that. $5.99 from Smith's. This is The Myths and Legends of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. Snappy title there, Rick. Oh, Mel. I've given up, Mel. Paul McCartney again. Give my regards to Broad Street. Gatefold. Oh, look, that looks like Ringo. Was that a film or a musical? Or that looks like Tracy Ullman. Original soundtrack music from Paul McCartney's Give My Regards to Broad Street, starring Paul McCartney, Brian Brown, Ringo Starr, Barbara Bach, Linda McCartney, Tracy Ullman, Ralph Richardson. Ah, look, there's Paul there. Okay, interesting. It's a film. Okay, that passed me by. Ellen Foley. I'll admit my ignorance. I do not know Ellen Foley's work at all. Not even heard of her. Epic Records, 79. Don't know. Film soundtrack, not very good. Okay. Shall I send you a song a week, Mel, and slowly you can learn which songs Depeche Mode have done? Brian Ferry, obviously famously lead singer of Roxy Music. So this is a solo LP. Gatefold. This has got a lot more wear than most in this box. Maybe this one was a favorite, or they picked it up secondhand. Another Time, Another Place. Okay. Sister of Axel. Oh, Foley. Right. Okay, I'm with you. Broad Street was a big flop. No More Lonely Nights, the big hit. Yes, I remember that song. Wayne got to your joke before you. Worked with Meatloaf. Folly did. Depeche Mode. The only one I remember is a song from the early 90s. Enjoy the Silence. You're probably thinking of them. One of their biggest hits. Personal Jesus. You must know that. Oh, there's Enjoy the Silence. Yeah. People assume Depeche Mode kind of vanished years ago. They're still going. They've sold over 100 million records. Huge. Oh yeah. Keepers. Some Moye rain dancing. Okay, I lied before. I do like a bit of Alison Moye. Her more recent stuff, she had a kind of comeback, if you like. Really good stuff as well. Got Alf as well. Keeping, I think, I don't know. I might have a listen and see if it's something I'm going to play much. John and Vangelis, The Friends of Mr. Cairo. Okay. I know nothing about that. Hi, Nick. I've sent you a Facebook message about the Genesis vinyl. Interested in buying a few. Okay, perfect. I will get onto that probably tomorrow if I find the time. And we can talk about that. Looking forward to the Harry Potter and Xena CD. Thanks for the purchase. Yeah, it's on its way. Paul McCartney polishing his ego. You just can't get enough with Mr. Vince Clarke. It is true. Elaine Foley sang on Meatloaf. Bat Out of Hell, I assume you mean there. Ooh. Picked up some Pet Shop Boys 7-inch singles Sunday, 50p each. Which ones? There's not many I'm missing now. I'm missing the really early and the later stuff. John Anderson from the prog rock group Yes. Oh, okay. John Anderson from Yes with Vangelis. Okay. You must listen to John and Vangelis. You won't regret it. Yeah, okay. Happy to take recommendations. We will stick that on. Not right now. Check if there are any imports, as you'll get a bit more for them. Well, as I go through them, I will punch the cat numbers and stuff into Disc. I use Discogs as a research tool generally, and find out what I've got. Sometimes, Josh, yes. Music Magpie, Ziffit are quite good. We Buy Books, all of those people. Right, let's carry on. Oh, okay, more John and Vangelis. Special purchase, $2.99. Short stories. Had a rare pet 12-inch years ago. I shared, you may not know, I have a separate channel where I just share what I'm collecting, and I share vinyl pickups and general music collecting pickups. I had a job lot of Pet Shop Boys 12 inches that I shared last week on there. Nothing particularly rare, but the condition of them was absolutely epic. Best of Rainbow. Condition pretty good. It's a gatefold by the feel of it. Yeah. Oh, it's a double. It's a double LP. Oh, the rock pose. Check him out. So Rainbow classed as prog rock, right? Not sure what the definition of prog rock is really, but I bet that's got a little bit of value. so hard, always on my mind. It's a sin. And Frankie and Relax, Frankie, Queen Kind of Magic. Nice. I have all of the Pet Shop Boys ones you mentioned there. And I have, do I have them all on 12 as well? I think I do now. Yeah, I think I've got all of those on 7 and 12 now. How big is your vinyl collection, Nick? Not particularly large. I started pretty much from scratch again earlier on this year, because over the years I have foolishly got rid of all my stuff from the 80s. But I am now collecting again. I have probably about 100 vinyl records, I would guess, off the top of my head, that I've been picking up this year. And it's almost exclusively Depeche Mode, Erasure, and the Pet Shop Boys. I've kind of limited myself to those 3 bands, but they all have huge discographies. So it's another Tracy Ullman. That's really quite cool. I don't know why, but it is. On Stiff Records. Oh, I had some 7 inches on Stiff Records. Can't for the life of me remember what now. That's very cool. Tracy Ullman. Okay, thanks, Baz. Take care. Rainbow is heavy rock. Okay. Yes, I agree. I used to hate when shops put those massive price stickers on, some you can never remove. Yeah. Or stickers that just aren't peelable. When we had retail outlets, we used to pay extra to have peelable stickers. And sometimes the manufacturers would mess it up and send us non-peelable. And it was so frustrating. More for the customers, because they couldn't get the price stickers off their games or CDs or DVDs. Okay, Johnny Halliday. Cadillac. Interesting. This looks like it was purchased abroad. It's got a price sticker here. Price on it. So French, I'm thinking. 69 somethings. How do you get the ka-ching on your phone? I don't know. Do you have to do anything special? Just have the app running on your phone. Mine sometimes disappears and you have to uninstall and reinstall, and then the ka-ching comes back. He's a French rocker, is he? Okay. Johnny Halliday. I've heard the name, but never. Halliday just makes me think of Tony Halliday. She was my pin-up girl of the 90s from Curve. Jethro Tull. Did somebody ask for Jethro Tull earlier? I can't remember. MU, the best of Jethro Tull. HMV price $3.49. Talking about big annoying stickers. There we go. 1976. Oh, interesting. French version of Elvis. Big star in France. Isn't he the French Elvis? Halliday was the French Elvis. Have enjoyed the stream, Nick. Bringing back memories. Heading off now. Okay, thank you for joining us. Coolest record label to me, Trojan Records. Yeah, definitely. Didn't Tracy Ullman have a video with Neil Kinnock in? Quite possibly. Wendy James, yeah. Remember her clearly. She didn't really do it for me. Like I say, Susanna Hoffs for a while, but then when I got into the more alternative scene, Tony Halliday just eclipsed everybody. Complete madness. Not bad condition. Loads of hits. I do like it when a record shares all the different sleeves. I remember getting Depeche Mode's like early best of, and it had all of the covers of the 7-inch singles that they'd had to their career at that point. I think it was released in '85. And as somebody who was a collector at that point anyway, just getting into music, I was like, I have to find all of these singles. So I did, and I've still got them. The 7-inches are the only stuff I kept. Okay, what have we got here? Ah, Christa Berg. Okay. Not really my bag, but there we go. Christa Berg. Madness was my thing when I was 14. Yeah, they were. I always enjoyed their music. It just wasn't my thing. As a teenager, I was very into, well, I went through the whole Depeche Mode, Pet Shop Boys, Erasure thing, and then I went into the Manchester sound. I was obsessed with Stone Roses in sort of 89, 90 as well. Charlatans, Happy Mondays, all of that. Bob Seger. On sale at £1.35. Tracy Ullman, my guy, had a video that featured the British Labour Party politician Neil Kinnock. There we go. Robert's got the facts. 80s metal bands LPs are mucho expensive. Rare back then, rarer now. I don't think I've got much in the way of metal. Got Bob Seger here. What did I just show? Was that? Yeah, another Bob Seger. Silver Bullet band. That's quite nice. I wouldn't be surprised if that has a bit of value. No idea. Bob Seger. Smiths, yeah, they've always been a band I've appreciated, but I've never bought much of. I've listened to them a lot over the years, but yeah. In the early 90s, I was gigging loads. I was seeing bands, what was I into? James and Wonder Stuff, Carter, that whole scene. I was so into that. Cat Stevens, Greatest Hits. Interesting. It's on Island Records. Ah, Mel's a Bob Seger fan. Reminds me of snogging my mop-headed teenage boyfriend for hours. Wow. Yeah, I don't think we're finding any Sepultura, Pantera, Nail Bomb. No, I think this is the wrong collection for that. Big in America, or Bob Seger. USA Hard Rock. Okay. Ka-ching from G-Man. Just sold a Doctor Who limited edition vinyl for 20. Vinyl? Okay. £27. Oh, Roxy Music. So we had Brian Ferry earlier. This is Roxy Music, Flesh and Blood. That's quite something, that cover, isn't it? That's quite a striking image. They did have some covers, didn't they? With their ladies in strange compromising positions, right? I was never particularly into Roxy Music. I can appreciate it a lot more now. I always found him quite creepy, Brian Ferry. But yeah, I know they're quite collected, so that should have some value. And in that condition, that I think I will sell that no bother. Hopefully there's more Roxy Music in here. Can't imagine there's a big crossover of Iron Maiden fans and Christa Berg. Probably not. I would agree with you there. Great LP, Flesh and Blood. Good. Okay. Cat Stevens has gone a bit strange. He's changed his name, hasn't he? I'm not sure which religion he assigned himself to or became a follower of. So we have Barbara Dixon. Okay. Interesting. Answer me, Barbara Dixon. It's quite a mixed bag, this, right? I don't think I've looked at any or much at all of this second half of this box. So more Phil Collins. Okay, that's not a surprise. We've seen all the Genesis. We saw... Which other one do we have? Can't remember. This is But Seriously. So we're, what, 89. Huge selling album. Very common. Can't see it having much value, but that's fine. Status Quo. Back to back. Now they have a huge following. That's cool. There's a date on this. 83. Back to back. Margarita Time. Oh my goodness, that takes me back. It's the only one I recognize on there. Cool. Face Value, was that the other one we had? Okay. No jacket required. It was no jacket required because he had the jacket on the inner sleeve. This is a record collection Alan Partridge would be proud of. Oh, it's Phil again. Hello, I must be going. Well, at least the condition is great on these. So if they don't have much value, I will bundle these up and they will sell. So gatefold. That's quite cool. It's so hot and dry in here. Ooh. Excuse me. Right, we're back on the Roxy Music Brian Ferry thing here. This one's in a sleeve. Okay, that's pretty good condition. Brian Ferry, These Foolish Things. So it wouldn't surprise me if that was quite collectible. I have no idea. All under £5, you'll have trouble getting £80 for the lot. No, I disagree. I disagree very much. I'll keep track of it as I sell them. We'll see. Well, that I sold not long ago for a tenner. And it's a common LP, and it wasn't in this good condition. That's Peter Gabriel. So that's a classic, that is. Red Rain, Sledgehammer, Don't Give Up. Oh, Don't Give Up with Kate Bush. Masterpiece. I think a lot of people bought vinyl in the 80s and just listened to Radio 1 and never played their vinyl. Maybe, I don't know. Yusuf Islam. There we go. He now follows the Muslim religion. Thank you. Okay, we're back on the Irish folk though here. That may be a good thing. I have no idea. Irish mist. Second time round. But obscure is good. Going back to the other comment. Yeah, I know most of this is common stuff. But I will sell it all. I think I might struggle with this one. We might be coming to a patch. Yeah, I think we're coming to... I remember there being some classical at the end of this. Feast of Irish Folk. £1.50 when it was new. Oh, totally disagree with me. Or seen a lot of these in charity shops in terrible condition for £5 plus. Loads of these will be £10 plus due to condition. Yeah, I think so. Or I will bundle a few together and they will sell quicker and better that way. Now, remember, my investment is 36 pence. That may be more than this one's worth, which we'll see. The Dubliners. Oh, blimey. Yeah, we're on the Irish folk kind of trip now. Our Price Records. Hey. My first job was in Our Price Records. Now, that's a good point. Common vinyl in mint condition sells well on Amazon. Might be worth me looking into that. I don't think Cat Stevens is dead. Reggie Fred. Why? Nick, you will get an average of £10 as I've sold a lot of these albums in similar condition in the last 12 months. That's what I'm thinking. I think the last little few of these, we may be dropping our average price. But if you say I've got, how many have we done? 70 or 80? Let's say we average then. Let's go lower. Let's go 7. Calculator. Where is it? So let's say there's some rubbish in there. So out of the 115, we've got 80. And I think that's putting it down a bit. Times an average of 7 is 560. So I don't know who it was, but we'll see. I'll keep a track of what I get back on these and we'll see if I beat the £80 mark. I'm pretty confident. Okay. I'm waiting for an album I want and I'll defo buy it. Well, if you haven't seen one yet, we're getting into the classicals, so you never know. You may struggle. Bach Brandenburg Concertos. Although, as somebody was saying earlier, it's worth checking the classical. I can't remember who, but I was talking to somebody a while back who knows what they're looking for way more than I do. I am not professing to be any way an expert in any of this. No Pink Floyd, and I'd have been keeping it anyway. But yeah, they were saying that they picked up a classical LP in a record shop for £1 and sold it for up in the hundreds. So I will be checking these out. But that's Ravel. Supertramp. Okay, we're back on the rock pop stuff. The autobiography of Supertramp. The cool thing is, currently, with a whole new generation getting into vinyl, they are seeking out the old classics, right? And they will pay that little bit more for a vintage original issue, even if it is a fairly common thing, if the condition is there. Brian Ferry again. Let's stick together. So we've got, what's that, 3 or 4 Brian Ferrys now. Cat Stevens is 72. I wish I was. I'm on the Dr. Pepper. But no, I'm pretty confident in that. We'll see. Check back in a few months and I'll hold my hands up if I'm way off. Well, Barry thinks so. Well, I sold some Kate Bush, very common LPs not long ago in ropey condition. And I got 30 for, was it 30? I think it was 30 quid for 3. What have we got here? Oh, Christaberg. I don't hold up much hope for the Christaberg. Reissue. What was the reissue? I don't know. Oh, the chat's just jumped. I find you will get better price and sell faster on Facebook Marketplace for good condition items. Maybe. I find Facebook is full of people who are just so flaky and just don't turn up. It's such a wind up selling on Facebook. Billy Joel, Innocent Man, Common. got good condition again. Yeah, Kate Bush is. I picked up a load of CD singles in that big CD haul a couple of weeks back. There's a couple of CD singles in there that are I won't say rare, but they're uncommon and should do really well. And the rest of them I'm going to lot up. Double live UFO. Okay, that's interesting. Now we're talking. That is cool. It's a gatefold as well. Let's have a look. Interesting. Have there been any punk LPs? No. It's been mainly sort of middle of the road and some prog rock and some pure pop and a little bit of Irish folk chucked in for good measure. Don't matter if they're in good condition, it's still crap. You'll have trouble selling. Trust me, I've been selling vinyl for years. Okay, well, it's fine to disagree. That's absolutely fine. So you wouldn't have bought any of these at 36p each. City to City, Jerry Rafferty. Ah, Jerry Rafferty. Baker Street is the only track I know of his. That's quite cool. Is it get? No, it's not gatefold. Is that? Yeah, I sold a few LPs to collectors and they said they prefer Facebook because they can check the items and no hassle with grading, postage, damage, etc. Well, I could experiment with it. You can only go by your own experience, right? And I experimented again with Facebook recently. And whilst I have had some success, it's been a lot of hassle. I gave up with Spock because that again was a lot of hassle. Gypsy Kings, that will be common as anything. Mosaic. I do a bit of dealing. Don't pretend to know it all or am always right, but the condition is great with this collection. Yeah, I'm really pleased with the condition for sure. Good night. Rummage around. I always get people's names wrong. Kieran? Probably not. I think it is. No need to be. Oh, it's absolutely fine. I'm happy to have a discussion, and I always hold my hands up when I'm wrong. But I don't think I'll have any trouble making plenty of profit on this collection at 36p a record. Clearly, it's not the collection for everybody, but I'm more than happy with it. Labour of Love, UB40, again, they had some real middle of the road taste here, right? So there's not much in here that's obscure. And as they said to me when I got there, a guy who described himself as a dealer went through and bought loads. So he would have had the stuff that was worth the good money. Some more classical, Grieg. See, there's a different opinion on the Facebook thing. Don't bother. You don't want people haggling with you on your doorstep. I imagine it's a lot easier to sell LPs with 47,000 subscribers. Hopefully. It does come in handy. I wish I had 47,000 viewers. Most seem to be people who are not interested in reselling anymore. I have a few thousand active subs. So more classical. I'll be interested to look these classical ones up. I think we're into a big theme of classical here. Dvorak. Okay, I don't know what this is. Poco Legend. Anybody? Don't know. Poco, is that a band? Showing my ignorance here. How much would Little Britain Series 2 sealed sell for on eBay? The easiest way to find that out is to search it on eBay and then click completeds and solds. You may have missed the moment with Little Britons. I sold Series 1, 2, and 3 for £50, but that was just after it was deleted off the streaming services, I think. But go and do your research. I think prices have kind of leveled out again now. Ooh. Right, so I think we may have classical. So these I will just look up and see if there's anything exciting. Oh, there's a Now album. Okay. In the period where most Now albums were sold on vinyl, so I doubt this will have a great deal of value. Curiosity Killed the Cats, who were like 80s. 87. Erasure Sometimes. Living on a Prayer, Bon Jovi. Land of Confusion, Genesis. Okay, that'll sell. Yes, they certainly do. You want the formats that weren't selling at the time it was released. We were talking earlier about cassettes. When cassettes were being phased out and they weren't selling in big numbers, those are worth a lot of money. The vinyl numbers, when you get later, like into the 30s and 40s, as vinyl slumped in the 90s, so they're worth a lot of money. And then, of course, CDs in the very early days, when everything was selling on vinyl, are worth the money. That Poco, you need to look up as goes for good money. Does it? Did you have a look? What's it going for? I'm lazy. I can't be bothered. Okay, so we've got REO Speedwagon. Again, kind of middle of the road, kind of rock. I can't get the inner sleeve back in. Why is that not going back in? REO Speedwagon, they're American. Showing my ignorance again. Wheels Are Turning. Okay, so I thought we were into a theme of classical, but we're getting back into the other stuff. I've just photoed a job lot of Now tapes. Yeah, I've sold the kind of common era Now tapes in little lots of like numbers, like 10 in a run and stuff, and they've done pretty well for me. VHS is coming back. Yeah, I've sold a load this last week. Sold a couple of Bond ones at 30, I think was the most I got for a Bond. Oh, we're back with Rainbow. Not the George and Zippy variety, clearly. That's a bit sinister. Interesting. Oh, Andy Andrea, thank you for the super chat, has asked, how do you usually package these? You can either get purpose-made vinyl mailers, which fold around it, cardboard, or you can just wrap them in card. Put a couple of layers of card, like thick corrugated card around them. Because I've now got a whole load, I might see how cheap I can get the mailers for. Right, Billy Joel, Greatest Hits. So is that double? Yeah, double vinyl. Okay. Interesting. Thank you for the super chat, though. But yeah, I don't tend to sell a lot of vinyl. It's something because I've started collecting myself again. It's kind of been more on my radar, so I picked this lot up. So I've tended to just basically make my own card sleeve out of thick corrugated card and protect them that way. Krista Berg again. Might be making a little bundle out of those, but I doubt they've got much. Yes, big box pre-certificate. Now the ones, the couple of bonds that went for good money I sold were pre-certificate sleeves, although interestingly, I think the cassettes still had the certificate on the label. 1812 Overture. Forgot to mention, Nick, a trader at Baldock Boot had crates of ex-rental shop 80s VHS a few weeks ago. Really? Did you buy them all? I can understand people blinking vinyl, buying vinyl, but VHS, I can't stand the VHS format. It was awful, right? It was awful then, let alone now. Yeah, it's nostalgia, isn't it? Bad Company. What's the name of the record? Oh, Straight Shooter. I send mine in plain pizza boxes. Really? Wow. Okay. Oh, we're back on REO Speedwagon, High Infidelity. That UFO album recently sold for 23. UFO. What was the UFO one? Was that bright coloured one? So I thought this looked, you know, when you can sometimes tell it's something a little bit better than the bog standard. That's cool then. So what did you say? 23. Oh, it's on the screen. Well, that's not terrible from 36p investment, is it? Wait. Right, so we showed that one. Oh, yeah, Speedwagon. Oh, this isn't too bad. I thought it was all going to be country all the way to the end, but we've got a bit of a Rod Stewart, Atlantic Crossing. That is so 70s. Wow. I'm assuming we're 70s here. Let's have a look. 75. Slap bang in the middle. Cool. Nah, got no space. I've not been up to Baldock for a couple of weeks. We've been traveling around to these jumble trail things. I have The Shining on pre-certificate. Cool. A lot of horror never made it to DVD, so you can only get it on VHS. Yes, very good point. Same is happening with a lot with out-of-print DVDs not being released on Blu-ray. Yeah, pre-certificate horror stuff can be crazy. And I've been selling the soundtracks out of that CD collection recently, and the horror soundtracks have been going well. I think the most we've achieved so far on the horror soundtracks is £30 for a CD. But we sold a bunch around the sort of £20 mark. Clannad again, so that's a few Clannad albums. That's cool. Mayor Brennan. I thought it was Mayor Brennan. M-A-I-R-E. Yeah. Nice. Do you ever get any Betamax players tapes? They're on the up. I have sold maybe just one, actually, Betamax player, long time ago, and it didn't work. It was a massive, really heavy thing. Couldn't get it working. I sold it as spares repair, and I have no idea what it sold for, but I remember being surprised how much I sold it for. It wouldn't even fire up. Oh, Springsteen. Sold a Springsteen CD for a tenner the other day, just one that's slightly more unusual. And then I job lotted the rest out of that huge 20p an item haul. And I got £20 for a little bundle, maybe, of Springsteen stuff. So this is double LP. Got two nice inner sleeves with picture covers and a couple of inserts. Oh, we've got lyrics on that insert. That fold out, yeah. That's nice. Hungry Heart. Condition's not as good as most of this on this one. I think this was a popular one in this collection. It's been well thumbed. Oh, come on. Making all right pigs here with this. Get in there. So, Springsteen the River, double vinyl. We're almost at the end. REO Speedwagon had a couple of classic hits. Our US, Can't Fight This Feeling Anymore. Yep. And was the John Lewis ad? Yes, it was. It's on that album, the original version. Right, cool. The White Poco LP is going for 10 to 20. That's good. Rod Stewart, another one. Is this your famous people you want to hurry up and die? Oh, we were just talking about Poco. So we've got another one. Black sleeve this time, Under the Gun. 1980. Interesting. So perhaps if this one you mentioned, perhaps that one's worth similar money. Rob, 36p. You guys really get down to the penny. I just divided what I spent on them by the number on Rob. Formula 30. Procol Harum? No. Oh, is it compilation? Oh, it's compilation. Oh, okay. So we've got Roxy Music, Dire Straits, Stranglers, Status Quo. Okay, so it's like a Rolling Stones, Rod Stewart. So it's a compilation of rock stuff. There's a guy on YouTube called Tech Moan who buys obscure old tech. He had a VHS player that played digital VHS movies. They had chapters like DVD, Blu-ray, but was only released in Japan. Wow. Didn't know that was a thing. I didn't realize it's actually a thing to wash your records in the dishwasher. Is it? Is that a thing? It's not a thing in my house. Camel. Right, we're back on Camel again. We're way back at the beginning. We found some Camel. And we were talking about Camel cigarettes. I don't know how long ago that was. I can see your house from here. Is he on a crucifix? Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Good night, Barry. Great memories. Good stuff. We have, Camel again. So if these Camel ones are not really worth the time to fiddle around with, I will lock these up. Breathless. That one has been dinked. They marked them like that when they were clearance. And then they were non-returnable, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's what that was all about. There we go. Last one is Camel. Nude by Camel. Oh, it's a gatefold. Oh, there we go. Ooh. That looks very 80s. Are we into the 80s here? 1981. Deletion, cutouts. Yeah. Yeah, I seem to remember that I seem to remember buying some and they're being non-returnable. I don't know if that was a general thing or if it was just in a record shop I used to buy in. Like end of line thing, right? Clearance. That's what I always thought it meant. They're giving me the hump. The 80s really were the best decade. I'd give up a month's wages to go back for 1 hour even. I think it's the age you were. I hark back to the late 80s, early 90s because I was a teenager and the world was an exciting place. I had endless... I thought my life was going to go on forever. I had my whole life ahead of me. So I think it's your mental attitude that makes you appreciate the TV, the music, everything from whatever time you were a teenager. Even that Formula 30 sold for $7.50 plus postage. Okay. Well, we shall see. I was pleased to pick it up. I enjoy dealing with media. I think there's plenty of profit in it for me. There you go. I think it meant the shop couldn't return them to the distributor. Yes, that would make sense. That would make sense. But I'm sure I've bought some. They used to do it with CDs as well. It's like they put them up against a blade, a saw blade, and when I bought some of those, they used to have like non-returnable on or sale, no return. Great music memories there. I hope sales go well. Thanks. Knowing me, it'll take a while until it's all listed. Camel with 3 humps. Humphrey, yay. Well, there were no responsibilities, Nick. If you're talking about the times we look back on fondly, yeah, for sure. You didn't have to worry about a mortgage or paying the bills or anything. Yeah, our whole lives were ahead of us. Yanks record shop in Manchester used to sell loads of new import records with those nicks on. £1 or £2 each. Give me a time machine and what a haul I could bring back. Yeah. Oh, okay. So they were import. Okay. Interesting. Do you play all the records to check before listing? No. I will visually inspect. If there's obvious damage, I may do a play then if it's worth the time. I don't think much of this is going to be particularly valuable, as I keep saying. I think most of this is fairly common stuff, so it's going to average out around the sort of £7 to £10 mark. So it's not going to be... I mean, I listen to music all day anyway, so to be honest, it's not much of a chore to stick a record on. So I may listen to a few, but generally, no, I won't play them all. So there we go. Anyway, that's all I wanted to do. It's the first time I've been through it all in any detail. I'm happy. I'm glad I bought it. And yeah, I'm going to keep a few bits. I will certainly listen to the recommendations you've given me, this John and Vangelis. People seem to think that will be up my street. So I will be listening to those. I'm going to be keeping the classic Hotel California, I think. I'll certainly listen to it for the next couple of weeks. And these are some Moye, bit of a fan of Alf. And then the only other one, I can't find it now. Oh, it's in this original box. Wait. Ooh. Can't open it. Yeah. Is this one. Yeah, someone was just saying given the condition of the sleeves, I don't think you need to worry about scratches, etc. No, I've looked at a few and I've not found a mark on the records. The Pioneer record deck that was the record player that all of these were played on also has the little brushes and the little rollers to clean. They were very fastidious about the condition of their records, so it really gave me that confidence, I think. So yeah, that's my favorite find from this lot, and that's a keeper. Krillin, thank you, mate. $2 super chat. Put towards Nick's air conditioner. I have an air conditioner. Do you want to see it? It's impressive. Oh, it's all tangled up with my lights. Bear with. There you go. This is what I blow the hot air around my office with. Oh, that is nice when you get it close up there. The record boxes are worth £20 each. You're right, they can be. This one has seen better days. It's split at the corners. It might still sell, but I am keeping it for the time being. So if there was somebody who was interested in the Genesis, please, contact me on Facebook. Happy to chat about prices. Let me know what you want to pay, and I'm sure there's a deal to be done. If there was anything else in there you want, find me on Facebook, DM me, and we can sort things out. Oh, hello. I am still live. You can come say hello. I found something else you might want. Have you got Paula Abdul's? What's a really big album?
Forever Your Girl.
Forever Your Girl, yeah.
I don't have it on vinyl.
Was it Forever Your Girl? You might want that then.
Okay, thank you.
Because that wasn't one you'd pulled out when we were there, but I did find it somewhere in here. Yeah, I can't find it right now. I've only been live for an hour and 52 minutes.
I'll just come show you that we've received that.
Oh, fantastic. We've sold the 2 duck jugs to a subscriber.
I'll give you those.
We sold loads of gear to subs today, haven't we? Sold that little Mario you may have seen, who looked like he'd been eaten by a black Yoshi. It's actually here, because I've packaged it already. Have you got the jugs? Have you got the jugs? Have you got the jugs? Oh no, they're there. They're there. Okay. Right. Oh, I was just getting into that, and now I feel like I should wrap up. No, not you. I mean, I've run out of records to share. That's all. I'm not saying you've disturbed me. It's fine. Okay, let me read a bit more out of the chat. Never get bored of looking at vinyl. Thanks, Nick. No, it's a pleasure. I thought I was going to sit here and go through it all anyway because I was itching to get my hands on it. Andrea still likes to quarantine stuff because she is very, very hyper aware of the whole virus thing. So we're still quarantining stuff for as long as she can make me quarantine it for. So I was itching to go through it anyway. So I figured I might as well do it live. You can hop on, Rod, if you want to say hi. An hour and 52 minutes. Now that's dedication. We'll message you Bananarama. Yeah, of course. Do it quick because that might be one Andrea wants, but I'm not sure. I don't think she's a particular fan of Bananarama. Can I ask the best way to clean up a record? I'm probably not the best expert. Somebody was telling me about a spray that's particularly good, and I haven't managed to source any yet. I have, and this is a cool little vintage thing. I'm sure people are going to tell me it's awful now. Really super soft little brush. So when it's on, I'll just dab that on for a few revolutions. I don't know. What do you guys do? Is that a joke question, Martin? This comes up so often. I'll answer it if it's a serious question, but it's come up so many times. Hi, Daryl. You're back again. Yeah, I finished going through the records, but I was quite enjoying it, so I'm carrying on chatting. Nick, love to, Nick, but I've 24 parcels to pack. eBay went mental overnight. Fantastic. No, crack on. I was hoping for an all-nighter with Rod. Wasn't it 3 a.m. last week you guys were until? I think it was. Paul says you can buy a record cleaner and a cloth about £10 on eBay, lasts ages. My dad used a velvet type brush along with a spray to clean his vinyl. Yeah, I used to have back in the day, it's like a red, yeah, it was kind of a velvety thing. And I'd just dip it on. It wasn't a soft brush like this. This is made by Path, pure carbon fiber. And it's so soft to the touch. I think this is vintage. I think this is 70s. Made in West Germany. Dates it. Sod it, drop me the link. Carol, you've convinced him. Hold on. You can show us what you've flogged, Rod. Why can't I find Rod on here? Oh, you've been sending me messages. I didn't even realize. I think I've got notifications turned off. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you were messaging me about Mr. Wade. Yeah, that's fine. Mr. Wade didn't appreciate my collection, but that's fine. Right, I think I've sent you the link. Cleaning records. Don't you just rub them across your jumper? What? It's all coming out now. I have very hairy arms. So if this isn't to hand or I can't be bothered fiddling around, I will go like that and get all the dust off with my exceptionally hairy, and that works quite well. So that's the old school way of doing it if you're hairy like me. I'm going to show my age now. Iron Butterfly. I don't know what the reference is. Iron Butterfly. Got any Lego? Yes. Yes. Josh? Not a lot. I did pick up a little box of Lego. There's nothing exciting in it. Oh, no, apart from Marty McFly without his hair. He's got his hoverboard, and I'm assuming that's his Lego. What was the Lego game? I want to say Lego Infinity, but it's not. Dimensions. There you go. So I've got Marty McFly. Doesn't have his guitar. Has his hoverboard. Oh, damn it. I've killed Marty. Vinyl is worth keeping only if you can't get those songs on CD or download. People are buying vinyl to have the vinyl and to collect. It's more of a physical wanting to own the thing. Plus, a lot of people prefer that. I'm not really an audiophile kind of person who obsesses over the sound quality. My setup is not amazing by any stretch. But I do love the physical thing. It takes me back to when I was a teenager, so that's why I now buy vinyl. No, his hoverboard was rubbish. He hit the ground fast. Rod, did you get the thing? Oh, give me 2 minutes. Okay. No, it was rubbish. See, a lot of people would say that the vinyl sounds better and the crackle and pop is part of it. That's the beauty of difference of opinions, right? The world would be dull if we all thought the same way. For me, it's about the physical thing. I am a sucker for artwork. I'm a sucker for the physical, actual item. It's like with my Depeche Mode collection I'm building up. I won't play a lot of the vinyl that much because I have it all on digital or CD. But for me, it's about finding a really nice condition actual item. It's about the item for me. See, there's the other side of the coin, Andrea. I want to hear the songs how I heard them in my youth, complete with crackles, etc. There's something that takes me back about the ritual. It sounds a bit fancy pants, but it's true, about taking it out of the sleeve, putting it on, playing a whole record as a whole, and while you're playing the record, reading the sleeve. That's the kind of ritual of it. And I guess it's something if you weren't a teenager in the 80s or 90s or 70s or whatever. Well, not so much 90s because vinyl faded out then, but yeah, absolutely. Yeah, nobody's judging here, each to their own. I put all the vinyl I can't sell because of condition as a 10 vinyl crafts listing. People use them for bowls and painting on, etc. Yeah, good idea. I collect Bowie and Gary Newman and the Pet Shop Boys on vinyl. I don't play them. Yeah. Now I've been, speaking of Pet Shop Boys, the ones I've been buying recently, I've been thoroughly enjoying playing them because of the mixes on the 12 inches particularly, and the B-sides. A lot of the B-sides I have heard because they've issued them on CD, on collections. But the mixes, not so much. So I'm enjoying those. And I bought that great big collection of Erasure 12 inches. I've loved going through that. Good night, Clive. Good to see you. Yeah, drop me a message on Facebook. Absolutely. Is that a coffee machine in the background on your right? Oh, yeah. I keep meaning to. It needs a lot of cleaning, so I don't do it. Hi, Stephen. Zane, it's more about feeling and pride of owning a vinyl. Yeah, it's the collector thing. It's about why does anyone collect anything? It's owning it, right? There's Rod.
Hello. Do I look yellow?
Yeah, you've got a bit of jaundice going on.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it might be this. that might be this light in front of me. You can't get the staff, can you? You know, your studio don't turn up, and
it's very true. So you've sold a lot of stuff then?
Yeah, I went to bed. Light coming through the window. Went to bed last night and woke up, and it was just. I tend to forget because I live in Queensland. Western Australia is 4 hours behind me. So when I go to bed, even if I went to bed at 12 o'clock at night, it's still 8 o'clock in the evening over there. So there's still potentially 4 hours of, buying capacity over here.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of stuff's going to WA at the moment. It was Victoria last week. Yeah, so. But did I just hear someone mention Iron Butterfly?
Yes, and I didn't know what the reference was.
Yeah, it was a band. And I just so happened to have an Iron Butterfly LP from that last lot last week.
Oh, right, okay.
The
Is this
album,
prog rock stuff again?
oh, I have no idea. They were kind of heavy-ish back in the day. Me brother-in-law, he's a lot older than me. He was into these. The album's called Inagada Dalida or something. I don't know. It's a bit mumble jumble, but yeah, I'm Butterfly. So
Cool.
I've never heard.
You looked it up?
I've never heard a song of theirs, and I probably won't because I'm not going to record play it. No.
Is it worth anything?
I have no idea. Do you know, last week when I have to move over here a bit, block that light behind me. Last week when we did the stream, and we was looking at the LPs I picked up, I've not even listed any of them. Even that Pink Floyd one with the postcard that Paul mentioned. Yeah, I've just put them back over there, and that's where they've remained. I've just been selling a lot of electronics mainly, you know. Obviously the DVDs still trickle through for me, and CDs. That a lot of the CDs went from that haul. That's what I'm going to pack.
Well, you've been sharing with me some of your CD sales. I can't believe that some of the, how should I put it nicely, some of the utter crap you've been saying.
I'm a purveyor of the finest crappage on the internet, mate. It's true. If you want crap, go my store. No, it is. There were some strange titles there, but it's interesting. A few weeks ago, you mentioned you were selling a lot of like relaxation and them kind of CDs, soundtracks.
Soundtracks, not really. I haven't got any of those sort of mood ones like you've managed to sell. But soundtracks.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was including those in that. But
no.
The CDs that I'm going to pack up today, there's about 8 of them. One person bought 3. They're the relaxation and mood enhancer. I'm just wondering if it's a sign of the times, you know, with the stress people must be under with the virus and things.
Well, if maybe that will stretch over to the classical, which is very calming, and I can shift this 700 classical CD haul I've got.
Well, good luck with that. Contact your man in China.
Oh, every time you have, it's like in a contract somewhere, you have to mention me getting stitched up by the Chinese buyer quickly because I just highlighted it. Paul, no, I didn't buy that. Did you buy the Yazoo book with 4 CDs of remixes? I didn't. I don't know if that was a limited edition thing. That's probably now gone sky high, but I don't have that, no. People are saying hi. Sean says hi. Hi, Rod. I love Rod. Oh, Donna's your #1 fan.
What can I say?
Rod is here. Now,
you get some strange.
Now nights will pass quick. Is that a compliment? Yeah.
He was very kind to me last week, Zane, so I'll take that as a compliment.
Rod Stewart. No, I wasn't inviting Rod Stewart on. I could try, but I don't have him on Messenger, funnily enough.
I had flashbacks to the mid-70s in my sister's record collection when you show on Atlantic Crossing.
Oh, yeah.
She had that album. It's the only one I can remember of his, other than Christmas ones he brought out. I'm not a troll. This is all going, Chris. After Christmas, this is all going. Oh.
We'll be live until 4 now. I don't think so. No. I had great intentions of doing lots more work this evening, but we'll see. I just wanted to share that haul. Really, that was the main idea. Go on.
Yeah, I mean, the LPs. I mean, they've always been selling, but the LPs certainly do seem to be making a massive comeback. which is good. The one thing I'm finding frustrating at the moment is all the charity shops near me. Like I said last week, they're just full of real junk. Well, junk to me, but I don't think there's many. Interest. You mentioned classical there. I have an absolute ton of classical CDs, and I'm every week I must look on the internet for some alternative use for them because they just do not sell for me. I don't know if it's my keywords or it's certainly not the photographs. They're fine. I just don't know.
Yeah, well, I was just working out roughly what I paid on my last haul of classical, and it's approximately 5p an album. And I grabbed a handful the other night. I think I was chatting with Mel online at the time, and I scanned like a stack of 10 or 12 into the music buyers, and there were 2 or 3 in there that were £2 or £3 each. They would give me instantly. So if they're giving me that, I've already found a couple that are probably worth a tenner or more on eBay or Amazon. Not that I can sell CDs on Amazon because I'm restricted, but you know what I mean. So let's say 10% of that is worth selling individually. I'll just job lot the rest. I couldn't buy it quick enough, and Andrea looked at me horrified because we were in the Mini and I just filled it. Oh, the moth! Jeez, where'd that go?
I can't say out. I freaked out at a frog. That place you're talking about, does it operate like CEX? Do they give you store credits as well?
No, I'm talking about the. I was scanning into Ziffit and We Buy Books and.
I don't know them ones.
Magpie. They're just media buyers. I do sell some stuff to them, but I like to, if I'm just having a browse, I'll scan stuff into them. If anything spikes at £1 or beyond, I'll look into it a bit further on eBay. But the lion's share of it are Naxos ones, which aren't expensive new. They're only about £5 a new. So chances are I'll just lot them up like 100 at a time of Naxos CDs or 50 at a time. But when you're spending 5p a CD, it's like printing cash. They'll sell.
Yeah, I mean, some people mock selling CDs and DVDs for such low value, but if you've got the patience and you've got the volume, they do bring. They're like the little acorns, aren't they? That
Yeah, and the other thing is, people do like to point out that I sell stuff for as low as £2.99. So let's say I buy 50 CDs in a bundle, and there's a load of really good ones that I make 10 quid or 20 quid or whatever on. The ones that go cheap, it doesn't matter. The money's already been made, right? So let's say I net £1.50 from that. It's just profit on top of profit. The real profit's been made in the really good stuff, but you always end up with the stuff that's hardly worth bothering with. I don't go out of my way to sell £2.99 CDs, but once you've got them, it's like 2 minutes to list and you'll make an extra £1.50. Well, yeah, okay. You know what I mean?
When you list your CDs, do you use the stock photos even on a used item?
No, I do sometimes use stock photos if it's new.
Because I know that for a while you were still able to use a stock photo on a used item over here. I don't know if it's still valid, but I stopped doing it ages ago because I was getting too many items not as described, and they based it on the photo, which is my hand. I had to hold my hands up. So I just, with the CDs and the DVDs, just started. But I know some people do, and they're still doing it to this day.
I think some of the big media sellers, the Music Magpies and those sort of people, they use stock images all the time and don't seem to have any issue. Just quickly, any Queen? No, we went through it all. There was no Queen in there. I saw.
I see Josh. I wasn't sure whether they stopped it.
Secret of My Success for $19.99 last week. What's that? Secret of My Success. Is that a film?
It was a film he did, wasn't it?
I don't know. Or was it?
I
don't know what that is.
I think it was a film. Was it around about the time he did Back to the Future? Could be wrong. I picked up some CDs at weekend. I paid $10 off of Facebook pickup.
Good
And there was
night.
40 CDs. And yeah, when I went round, I picked up a few other bits, but he didn't have any change. And I only had a $20 note. And he come back with $10. He says, "Here," he says, just take the lot for 10. So they were moving house. They're moving to New South Wales. And I said, "Well, how are you going to get down there with this border control thing?" And apparently you can go out of Queensland to New South Wales, but you can't come in. But I think Bronwyn messaged me last night and she said New South Wales are actually shutting the border. So I don't know if these guys are even going to be able to move house this weekend. So anyway, yeah, let me have the lot for $10. Now, the items I got, if you was to break it down to per item value, probably stand me. I mean, well, there's about an extra 10 items, so 50 into $10. You do the maths. It's
$10.
it's peanuts. It's peanuts.
$10 by 50. No, hang on.
50 divided by
10 by 50 items. 20 cents.
Yeah. So 20 cents. You know, yeah, some of them are absolute shockers. I mean, but then it's weird because a few months ago I had a load of CDs and country and western. I can't stand country and western. I hate it. And I know Mel loves country and western, but she likes the new version. And I had this CD, and it was that one I sent you a picture of. I sold a CD for $75 shipped. Do you remember that CD, that country and western CD I sent a picture of to you?
Yeah.
But it was
that was epic.
Right. But here's the thing. There's a lot of these places that buy your media. I imagine like Music Magpie and what have you. But I was looking on one last night, and they actually, in their specifics, they said they didn't buy Reader's Digest or Time Life. Now, this CD was a Time Life CD, and it was 75. Apparently, it was one of a set, and this person just happened to need this CD to complete their set. And they were willing to part with $75. It's crazy, but I was ready for throwing that away.
Yeah.
And you know, talking to Mel about the country and western, she was, "Oh no, it's, you know, countries." You know.
It is surprising, really, and sometimes we get an opinion about an item and think, "Oh, that's never going to sell." I have to sometimes just remind myself, give it a chance, list it anyway. Give it a chance to sell. It's never going to sell if you don't list it. And I've surprised myself so many times. So that Michael J. Fox thing, they've sold a vinyl soundtrack for a movie, and they were saying, yeah, it was a movie. Okay.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Always learning. Thanks, Andrea. Take care. Thanks for joining in.
So Delacota there saying, "Is this a telethon now?" Well, if Nick wants to scroll my PayPal account number underneath, he's more than willing to do. You know, I'll accept all donations.
Yeah,
Betty Swallocks. That's an old reference, isn't it?
Yeah. I try to come up with something vaguely amusing now on here. That doesn't always work out. Yeah, everyone super chat me, and I might pass some of it on to Rod. You never know.
So that's a no. See you, mate. No, Jack's paying for it. I don't. Well, you were saying about pickups. Yesterday, I went to the tip shop and I paid $5 for this. Now, it needs a power cord.
Oh, a Dymo.
Yeah, no, it's in its box, but it's got the printer cable thing. And whoops, the actual Dymo. The label writer 450. Now, I won't use it. I have no intention of using it, but for $5, I thought someone will.
Yep.
I can't get it to connect to the laptop though. It just won't have it. I've plugged it in, and there is something in here, obviously a chip which tells it the laptop what it is. But when I go into my settings, it just doesn't register. There's nothing there. Even when I go for add new printer in the what do you call it? Yeah, the settings.
Do you
It's
not
not there.
need the mains lead for it to
Oh,
do something
sorry.
else?
So I got myself confused there. No, yeah, I picked that up for a £5 yesterday. It was this one which I picked up the other day, the brother one, which I can't get to
right.
to connect. The other label printer.
I couldn't figure out how you were getting it
yeah.
running without the.
I don't. Yeah, sorry. It's only 10 to 9. I've not had my 10th cup of tea yet, but yeah, it's. I just cannot get it to talk to the laptop, so I don't know whether it's dead or it powers up, but I don't know if it's just a miscommunication. Obviously, miscommunication from me, but yeah. But what are these things? Is this? Were you talking about a Dymo the other week?
I've got a Zebra.
Someone was talking about a Dymo. I don't know who it was. Anyway, but I was. Yeah.
Okay, check for drivers on the Dymo website. Does it show in the device manager? You need install software.
Right. The brother one. So it was the other one I was trying to run. The brother one. I did go on their website and download some software, the driver. But when you connect the cables to it, it just won't see. I can't add the printer. You know, when you click search for printer or whatever, it just doesn't seem to connect. And I've been on all kinds of forums, and I've felt I give up with it in the end.
Yeah, I'm not good with tech anyway. I'm the wrong person to ask. I'm having no end of problems with my GoPro at the minute. Being an arse, just not playing ball. It'll talk to the iPad sometimes. It will talk to my phone maybe sometimes. You know what I mean? It's like trying to make a video because I filmed so much at this jumble trail.
Yeah,
I've got so much footage to move around, and I keep it's just doing my head in. I've been trying to sort this video out for the last week. And it makes you want to just give up. But you know, I've said to people, yeah, I made a video at this jumble trail, so people are asking me when it's coming. It's like, geez, I need to try that again tonight actually. But it's starting to wear me out trying to make it work.
Yeah. Zane, Windows 10, I think it is. Yeah, Windows 10. Is that right? 10? Yeah.
I don't know.
It rings a bell. I don't know. I just press buttons and make money. I don't care what it does.
I know nothing about computers. I just swear at them a lot. That's how I make things work.
Oh dear.
Hi, Lainey. I think I clashed with you for a while, Lainey. I do apologise. Brain like a sieve. I was chatting with Ian and he reminded me. Oh, there's my friendly moth. Hello.
Did it come out of your wallet?
Wouldn't surprise me.
He wants to get back in. It's cold.
There's loads of him in there. He likes me. Look, even if I nudge him, he doesn't want to go.
Oh, Zane.
Hey.
Tangled up in all them hairs.
Yeah, man.
Zane, printer model. Are you talking about the one I can't get to work? I'll just quickly grab it.
There we go. New channel mascot. This is Jeff the Moth.
Jeff the Moth.
He quite likes me, I tell you. So yeah, sorry I didn't join you for quizziness. I wanted to get this vinyl haul shared, so went live. Hey, Jeff's gone.
There we go. That's the one I can't get to work. This cost me. This was $10. It's in the box. It's a QL-700. Yeah. Anyway.
Is it? So it seems it comes on and it talks to the computer, but not really.
Well,
chances are it probably works. It's just an issue with the connectivity between those machines, right?
Yeah.
So because you've got so little into it, is it worth just listing it anyway worst case scenario, it's cost you the postage to find out that somebody else can't install it and it's rubbish. It's still kind of worth that chance, isn't it, in my book?
Yeah, I mean, it does power up. It does work because I've had the print feed. I've pressed the buttons on the print feed, and I've done a test on the actual thing. When you press feed, it does tend to print something. It's just squiggles. I don't know whether that's well, I don't know what it is, but
yeah. So
it does function physically.
Yeah. So you've tested the print head, and it prints out that page of random.
So
I would take a picture and say, look, it works. There you go.
Yeah.
And putting it, you will need to work out which drivers you need to run this or whatever.
On your system,
it's functioning. List it, get rid, mate. I would.
Well, Andy's saying it might be a faulty cable. Oh, okay. Well, I'll give that a try. It's only going to take 2 seconds, isn't it?
Change your cable. It might be faulty cable. But surely, if the cable's fault, it's digital. It's either working or not. Surely, it's not like half working. I don't know.
Yeah, well, the cable actually is connecting to the laptop because it's saying it's there. So, would the cable? Oh, what's Zane's saying? You need this. And then nothing.
you need this. And then he disappears.
He's building up the excitement.
Windows 10 is supported. I'll pay you £2.50 for it.
If you want to pay the $500 postage. Nah.
Whoa. Mark says, Heineken Rod, enjoying the late night vinyl talk. I read the other day that some guy bought a rare Northern Soul 45 for 100 grand. That's insanity. That is just pure insanity. What? How do you justify that for a 7-inch record?
Yeah, it's have to be
download this and connect printer after. If it's a link, you may have to message it direct to Rod because it may not be able to come up in the chat.
You can drop us a thing on Messenger if you want, Zane.
You're not selling this quality merch to us here, Rod.
Oh dear.
Oh, they are bi-directional cables. They do go faulty and people put wrong cables in sometimes. So it might be communicating one way,
but not the other.
And not the other.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Well, there you go, you see.
Don't you just love technology?
No.
I went to CompuLink. Oh, okay. Right. He's got it.
Right. My dangly hat. Oh, it's up there, Laney. It's warmed up a bit. I'm keeping my coat on for a bit. It's blooming still freezing. I believe you're having a bit of a heat wave over there. Someone left the gas fire on. Man
alive. It's hard work. I almost kind of had empathy for you when it's hot over there. Almost.
I'm moaning about the cold now, but I'm going to be moaning about the heat in a bit. Give it a few months, and it'd be like a sweat box in here.
But you have air. Well, I know you don't have aircon in. Are you in one of your sheds there, aren't you?
Yeah, Trish won't let me have aircon in the shed.
No, but at least your house has got aircon.
Yeah, but I tend to make them suck it up and see because it's like people pay money to go to a sauna. I'm getting it for free.
Thank you, Andy. Tech support, appreciate it. Yeah, we won't be on all night tonight, but we might have said that last time. It's midnight. It's exactly midnight, apparently.
Has something happened to Julie Andrews?
Now there's a question. I don't know. I can't ask.
She's still kicking.
Phone is not working. I would ask Siri. Where's the iPod? No, iPad. iPod. I can't ask Siri for you.
Is Zane in the UK? Or is he over here?
I don't know.
No, I've sold a couple of Julie Andrews related media the past 2 days. I sold 2 Mary Poppins, a bed knobs and broomstick. Is that the same one? It's not bed knobs. It's different, don't it? 2 Mary Poppins, a bed knobs and broomsticks, and a CD of Julie Andrews. I just thought perhaps she'd gacked it or something. You know.
Is she on the death sweepstake?
She might be. If, as soon as Surrey kicks in, what's she saying?
If you're alive, chances are you're on it. If you're alive and famous, Rod's gunning for you.
It's getting big. It's getting like the Dead Sea Scrolls, literally. Well, Brum reseller, it's, you know, he needs must. Oh, he's in Newcastle, right?
I sold this record I bought from the R&T. I don't know what that is, in town for £75. Sounds good. Hello,
What's
Kyle.
R&T?
Not another celeb death pool. There's only one. It's just growing by the day. Top of the hit list.
Oh.
I can't mention it. I'm going to get excited texts, aren't I, when somebody famous dies? Nick, did you see the news?
Yeah, and you know what you'll be doing the next day? Going out and rushing out and buying all the media you can get.
A picture of you in this black cowl with a sigh. It's happened, Nick. Someone on my list has died. She is still alive.
Oh, cheers, Josh.
Yeah. And
Best
yeah, Zane, it's northeast Newcastle. Nice
Best
part
stock up on a few more bits then. The hills are still alive. I thought that was a reference to you then, but
yeah, I'm still alive. Don't go waiting for me to die.
Oh no, you're not on it, mate. Don't worry.
No, I'm not famous enough to make your list. No money in me.
Oh dear. I sold of all things, a CD. Was it? Sorry, one more second. 45 years of play school.
On a CD?
But it's not the English play school. Sorry, it's the Australian version. Yeah, 45 years of plays. No Floella Benjamin on it. Certainly no Brian Cant. Yeah. So, but it's, like I say, this is why Trish doesn't get it. She doesn't get how I can get excited at selling something like that, and it's because you've managed to find something which you probably thought would never sell, and someone out there has bought it, and it's like you've paid 20 cents maybe for it, and they've paid. This is one I've got a pack this morning. $12. Yeah. $12 for a play school CD, a 45 years of play school CD.
Exactly, and I think that's the element of this that, for whatever reason, floats our boat, right? And it keeps the excitement there, and yeah. it has never. I've said this before, that getting that ka-ching never gets old, and you know,
getting that aspect of it never gets old. I must admit, there was a point about a year ago where I was really I'd had enough of it. I really had enough of it.
Yeah, it does come in waves, but the underlying, you know, it's inside you, right? That wheeler dealer thing is totally cut you open, and it's still there, right?
It did hit a massive all-time low, though, real low. But I mean, like I've said on previous streams and what have you, I've been dabbling, wheeling and dealing, if you like, however we want to term it. It's only recently, in the last few years, I've known it as reselling.
Yeah.
But since maybe 14-year-old at school, you know, just this and that, and then it progresses. So 52-year-old now, I know, don't look it. From 14-year-old, it's like, you know, some careers you get a golden handshake and a gold watch, don't you? But
Yeah.
we just have to chug on, and I think I'd just hit a low. Yeah.
It happens. It happens. It's all cyclical, isn't it? Our enthusiasm can wane, but the underlying thing is always still there, I think. Talking of your list, Brian Ferry might want to go on that. As you say, Neil, he might be on my list now. I've got 5 of his LPs.
Brian, what's up with Brian Ferry?
Well, he might have a nasty cough, apparently. I think Neil might have made that up, but you never know.
Oh. Yeah. Made me laugh the other night when you sent me that message saying you was watching Top of the Pops 2 or what version it is. There's one video on there of Brian Ferry that reminds me. And I can't remember which song it is, but he looks literally as though his eyes are he's just ready to fall asleep. He just looks sozzled. Probably was. You
know. Would you buy 70 CDs of music once £15? Without having a look through, no idea.
You certainly have to see a few, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Don't know.
Is he offering them you for sale there, by the? Or is he?
Oh, I don't know. Brian Ferry is from Sunderland. Is he really?
Is he? Oh.
Huh. Good evening from California. Welcome, little Mama Stalker. Gimbal's in. Luke.
Hi, Gimbal.
Kyle. Now, are the Stella still in the cupboard?
Yes.
Are they?
Well, yes and no. My eldest found them, and I've lost a 6-pack.
you haven't had a 6-pack for...
I haven't. No, I haven't. No,
for about a decade or two.
Oh, that kind of sick. Yeah. No, I had a 6-pack once. And I drank it. Well, I actually had some Guinness at weekend, but it was in a pie. This neighbour of Trisha's, she's always baking and always. It's great when you go to their house. It's like, you know. Anyway, she gave Trish this recipe for a steak and ale pie, but you used a can of Guinness as the part of the juices. Oh my God, it was to die for. It was absolutely lovely. Yeah.
Cool. Well, cheers, Zane. Thanks for chatting with us.
Thanks, Zane.
Yeah. Did you hear about Simon Cowell?
No.
He's fell off. I heard it was an electric bike. Maybe he fell off a bike and broke his back, or nearly broke his back. He's been. I think they put a rod up his spine, and he's hopefully coming out of hospital soon. Apparently.
Wow.
Yeah. Is that right? Someone tell me if I got all of that wrong.
I fell off an electric bike.
Yeah, that bit may be wrong. That's what I'm remembering, but my, information in one and out the other, something like that. Andrea was relaying it to me third hand. I don't know.
It was a big paper round, Joe. Uphill, all the way.
Yeah, does anyone know if that is that what happened to Simon Cowell?
Well, didn't that happen to Roy Kinnear? But he fell off a horse. He was filming it was his last film, and he fell off a horse. Mind you, I think he died. The guy who was the salted peanut man in Charlie and Chocolate Factory. Got you there, haven't I? Yeah. I really need to get more modern, don't I? Get down with the kids.
I was just thinking about people falling off things. The famous one was Ozzy on his quad bike.
Oh, yeah.
Nearly killed himself. That's going back a good. That was like early 2000s or late 90s. It was a long time ago, surely that was. So that was around the time of their show. They were huge, weren't they, the Osbournes? They had the MTV show.
I never watched it. I can't stand his daughter. I really can't.
Kelly.
No, she needs a good slap. She's no spoiled brat.
Yes, Leanne. Hi. It was an electric bike.
Wow.
What a cool way to break your back, eh? Fall off an electric bike. 6-hour operation.
How fast do them things go?
Depends how high up you were, I guess. It's how far off you got to fall.
Yeah.
It might have been on a cliff edge. Might have been a long drop. Yes.
Yeah, Rod. There's a few died falling off things. Haven't there? Someone there just said Rod Hull.
Oh, Rod Hull fell off his roof, adjusting his TV aerial, slipped.
Yeah.
Done.
You know what he was adjusting it for, don't you? It was a Manchester United fan, and he was adjusting it for a midweek European something game, and that's it was to watch United fans to see.
So, right,
football
was his demise.
Yeah.
Superman or
Christopher Reeve.
Christopher Reeve, yeah. He was wheelchair bound, still is. Is he still with us? I don't know.
No, he died.
Did he?
He died. Oh. No, I think he died.
I don't know.
He fell off his electric bike in his driveway. But how long is his driveway?
Who was George's mate in George and Mildred?
Right, can you?
I don't know who that is.
Oh God!
Yeah.
What's happened to Emu?
Well,
I mean, where is it? Is it just in a box somewhere in someone's attic?
Probably in a museum up north somewhere.
Up north. Rod Hull, he was Australian, wasn't he?
Was he?
Yeah,
I don't know. Why do I think he's a northerner? I don't know.
Don't know. Yeah, I think he was Australian. Yeah.
Yeah, Lainey had a tussle with a lamppost on her electric vehicle.
Really?
Yeah. Did you not hear about that one?
No.
Made all the papers up north. No, didn't really. Yeah. Had an argument with a lamppost, didn't you, Lainey?
Holy hell.
Yeah. I think the lamppost won. Yeah.
So we'll just. Oh yes, Christopher Reeves has died. Died in October 2000. What's happened to Michael Schumacher? He's another one, isn't he? He's very quiet, isn't it? That family is very secretive about it.
Well, I assume he's still alive because I haven't seen the programs that will crop up about him being the greatest motor racing driver of all time or whatever they'll say. But I know, he was in a coma for it's years now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I can only assume he's still fighting on. Emu has gone solo.
All right.
They lived on my sister's road, the Osbournes. When they were in the UK, I'm assuming, unless you're talking about LA. Early 2000s. I'm way behind in this chat.
George from Rainbow.
He was trying it out for the first time in his driveway. And Christopher Reeve is dead, sadly. 2004.
Yeah, it's
bought 200 DVDs brand new for £30. Is that a good buy or a bad buy? It depends what they are. It could, yeah.
Do you think? I mean, there's a couple of us, quite a lot now. Quite a few firms gone bankrupt, etc., shut down over here. So there's a lot of stock flooding, or it will flood the market. It'll be picked up by us in charity shops or special deals with shops or whatever. But is that the case over there? Is it like that? Just for that instance there, too. I know it's only a small number, but 200 CDs. Or was it 200 to 2,000? Anyway, but how many? Oh, 200. Are there any local shops near you that have like gone bump? And I don't like talking about it because for one, I always get the impression people think we're preying on the misfortunes of others, by scooping up this stuff and reselling it online. Their company's gone bump and we're like profiteering on their misery, if you like. So I don't, whichever side of the fence you sit on, it's entirely up to the individual. But
yeah,
have you seen any companies over there local to you?
Some of the big high street chains have gone under. Cath Kidston, there's a load of different clothing brands that have gone under. But talking about media, that happened certainly a while back. Woolworths was a big one. I bought so much out of Woolworths when they went under. HMV was in trouble, but they seem to have rescued that. I don't see a problem with it. It's just the way of the world, isn't it? They're liquidated. And because they're big corporations, they're big companies, there's not really individuals that are suffering. You see what I mean? You're not really making money off the back of a person. Yes, a company's gone under, but not.
I mean, I'm probably of the same opinion as yourself. It's going to happen. What do you do? Throw them all in the tip. So I will buy them and I will sell them. At the end of the day, I've got to pay my bills, etc., no matter how harsh a route or how harsh the terminology you want to use. But I'm just wondering if there's a big increase in companies closing because of the virus over there.
There will be, yeah. I would imagine it's going to carry on for a while as well. There'll be ones that are trying to carry on. I know the catering industry, restaurants, pubs, and that are trying now to make it work as we try and stumble our way out of lockdown. But there's going to be more casualties moving forwards. But retailers suffered no end. So there will be a lot of stock floating around that will make its way onto the second-hand market, no doubt. A lot of it will go through the auction route. A lot of what do you call it when they come in? Oh my God, my brain's gone. Companies, that
liquidators.
There we go. They a lot of times it all ends up in auction houses.
Neil's just saying
filters down to us in the end sometimes. I just wanted to read. Leanne said there's a court case going on about Emu and Orville's puppets. The agent was trying to sell via auction, and the widow said he didn't own them. He only had them for safekeeping. Wow.
So Emu wasn't Rod Hull's?
Well, the agent's trying to claim ownership. I read that as meaning, and trying to.
Oh, the agent did it. All right, sorry. Yeah.
But I mean, surely it belongs to Rod, and therefore now Rod's estate, wife, family. So
I just wonder where it is. That's all. I mean, I know it's not groundbreaking news or anything, but this kind of stuff does wander through my head. When animated puppets are, I need to get out more. I'll tell you one thing I'm not enjoying about this virus, and I think it'll stay certainly with over here for a long time, because people will just become so accustomed to doing it. It'll just become the norm. I went for a pie the other day, and it's this over here famous pie shop. They make these weird and wonderful pies. Anyway, and I had to queue outside before, this 1.5 meter, and there was a queue about 10 people deep at 1.5 meters apiece, and they wouldn't let you in the shop until the person inside had ordered and moved along. So it's like this, this roll. Now, there was a bit of a wind blowing outside. It was a bit chilly. Now, God help us if it started to rain. There's no way I'm going to be going there again if I've got to queue up the equivalent of 20 minutes just to buy a blooming pie. And I said to Trish, I said, surely this is going to affect businesses because people just walk away.
Yep.
You know, before they used to, churn hundreds of pies out in an hour kind of thing. Now they've got a queue outside. People will get fed up. I know it's for the right reasons, but I think people will just get fed up with it.
Yeah, I was
Big
watching.
Businesses will lose that bit.
I was watching a report about a restaurant that they're now allowed to open, but because of the distancing they have to have inside, they can only operate on 50% capacity. And this particular restaurant said it's virtually not worth opening our doors because restaurants operate on fairly tight margins. So they have to have a full restaurant to take, and most of the tables will cover the staff and the food costs and that, and maybe, I don't know, a quarter of all of that might be profit. Not even that, I reckon, less than that. So if you take half of those people out because of capacity, it's not even worth it to pay the staff and all of the overheads. So yeah, it's frightening for restaurants right now, and theatres and other places like that. They just can't operate.
The thing was as well, when I was ordering the pie, I couldn't tell what he was saying because he had this mask on, and it was like some bad film. I ordered what I ordered, and he's saying something. I'm like, I can't hear you. I can't even, because we're not only do we hear, we do a lot of lip reading, don't you? Yeah, it's a nightmare. Yeah,
Neil's saying there he orders. I source most of my stock at auction. Loads of it comes from dead people's estates. I don't feel bad. It's part of the circle of stuff, if you like, isn't it? It's how the world works. Yeah. And
a few years ago, I went.
If you don't buy it, someone else will as well. It's not like, I don't know. I've never.
A few years ago, I went to a garage sale, and the over here they have these houses called Queenslanders, and they're like up on stilts, let the air flow through. And he was having the garage sale underneath, and it was a tip of a place. It really was. I think the house needed pulling down, to be honest. But anyway, there's all this stuff there. My eldest at the time, he must have been about 16, so that's going back 4 years. And he opened this box. Now, I know it wasn't what he thought it was inside the box, but he freaked out and ran out of the place. As he was struggling to open it, when he did that, there was dust inside it, and it was sand and mixture of bits and bits. But he thought it was someone's ashes, and it a bit blew out over him, and he's like going.
Oh man!
Talking about deceased estates, he thought he'd caught the body as well.
Yeah. Well, the big haul I got recently, mostly CDs, but also a load of DVDs and those VHSs. That all came from a house clearance of a hoarder who clearly passed away.
Yeah.
The house clearance guy went in, and he's making his money by selling it all at 20p each to me. I'm making my bit by selling it on. And there were many other resellers there, each had their specialism and were honing in on what they could, pick up and do something with. And it's just the way it works.
Sue, out of Curiosity UK, they're saying, see, I wondered this as well. The deaf community rely on lip reading through. How are they going on with people with masks on? It must be a nightmare for them. There must be a market opportunity there for someone to make a kind of a see-through mask, at least for, Yeah. There you go. There's your next merch.
Clear masks. Hi everyone, Nick and Anna, you'll be at 50k before you know it. Yeah, that'll be crazy if we get to that. Imagine.
What are you at the moment?
47 something.
Oh right. I thought it was at 49.9 something the way he was.
No. At the rate the channel tends to go, it's going to be around Christmas, I think. That would be nice if it ties in with Christmas. Have a big
Very
50k something. Yeah, Brum Reseller. I really rely on lip reading. Find it really hard when people have masks on. I think a lot of us do more than we imagine. My hearing's not great. And I think, I think I would notice if I didn't have, if I couldn't look at people's mouths. I haven't had that issue yet a great deal in shops. I tend to do self-service where I can, and most of the shops I've been in recently are supermarkets, so not been an issue yet. Gimbal saying, us remember, it's also their relatives who decide to sell it, so like you, I've no problem at all.
Yeah, I've no issues with it. I know some people have. There was someone did a video or a stream quite some time ago now, and it got a bit controversial with the ethics of it. But, yeah.
See-through masks exist. Your big idea has been done. They steam up.
See, one big idea and it's already done.
Yeah, Derek again has no issues. The way I see it, the dead person hopefully would be pleased with the items going to be enjoyed again. Well, exactly. Rather than the family just skipping it all. When Andrea's nan died, sadly, a lot of her furniture from the 1920s and stuff was chucked in a skip.
What?
Really nice glass cabinets and things, and when Andrea found out, she was livid. She was absolutely livid.
Don't tell Walter.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that old chair you bought? You got an old chair about 2 years ago. Was it the one that had the weird smell?
It doesn't smell. It's sat in the corner of our living room. Andrea really likes it. Yeah. Andrea likes it.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Sorry. Your mask was in the way there. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, really? Look. Oh, at this car boot sale, this woman gave me a box and it looked cool. When I opened it while eating my food, I found out someone's ashes had been in it.
Oh, dear. They're not going to do you any harm, are they? I mean, they do roses, the world are good, but personally, I wouldn't want them all flapping about my face.
No, not ideal.
Makes me wonder when I pop my clogs, what the lads will do with all this stuff. I mean, they'll probably, just in spite, they'll probably get the biggest pile up into a bonfire and burn the lot, probably. But
can't do that where you live. There's regulations, Rod.
Yes, that's true. Yes, it's a shame, really, because our clothes dryer blew up a while ago, and I had the dryer sat in the shed for a while, and I took the drum out. If you want a fire pit, and you'd be okay in the UK with it. Go and get a washing machine drum or a clothes dryer drum from the tip. They make fantastic fire pits, and they get really nice, and they glow. You obviously can't stand too close to them, but you wouldn't anyway. It's a fire, but they take on a weird, as the metal heats up and contracts, they get a weird blue orange patina on them all the time, and then they just rust and fall apart. But I've got one of them outside and I can't use it.
We used to have a garden burner, like a ceramic thing, stood in a metal base, and we crammed so much in it and heated it up so much that the thing cracked and fell apart.
Is that one of them called chimeas or something?
Yes, that's the thing. Yeah, a little hole here, and then a kind of big chimney shape like that, all kind of made out of stoneware, pottery sort of stuff. Yeah, we kind of stoked it up a bit much.
Well, there's my other idea gone. Both Derek and Neil are saying washing machine drum fire pits are all the rage. But friend of my eldest lad, his father He's from Rochdale, actually. He's over here, and he's from Rochdale. How spooky is that? He lives literally 5 minutes away from me. Anyway, he's got in his shed. He's got a couple of sheds, and he's got one with a laser cutter in it for doing. He does metal work, decorative artwork, that kind of thing. As a bit of a side gig, and he makes these fire pits, which are all etched out like, say someone was a Jack Daniels drink fan, he could program and it cuts out the Jack. Amazing, and you want to see the money he gets from on Facebook. It's unbelievable. But when the fire's behind them, all you can see is that outline of orange and what have you. They're really good, but he makes and it takes him a couple of hours to make, if that, and half the time the machine's doing. He's just sat there having a cup of tea. Yeah, I tried to get one off him, but he won't do me a mate's rate.
Lainey said there, my granddad had a lovely glass half moon cabinet. I was gutted to find out my auntie got rid of it. I would have loved to have kept it. Yeah, I think it was really sad going back to recent experience we had when Andrea sadly lost her nan. There was so little communication between the family members. And if there had just been a few phone calls here and there, do you want to come up before we start skipping all of this really nice furniture? We could have saved some of it from literally being put in landfill. But it was, I know it's a really difficult time, but you only have to have a conversation, right? And so much of it could have been saved. But yeah, that was really sad, really sad. The glass part of a door from old washing machines makes really good salad bowls. Well, there you go.
My mum, when I was a kid, our washing machine blew up. Must be something with me, and I gave her the bowl out of it. Yeah, makes good salad bowl. Yeah.
Carol's sourcing on eBay right now. Why people choose to end their auctions at this time is nuts, but great for me. Yeah, absolutely. It's a good hunting time. Late at night. Right. Speaking of which, I'm going to attempt to do something constructive.
Yes, well, I'm going to go and print off more of these and get them all. I have to go into the container of doom. Had a bit of a catastrophe in there yesterday. A shelf fell over. One of the dogs went in yesterday, chasing a blooming mouse of all things, and which I'm not happy about, because it's one or two things. If there's a mouse about, then there's might be very little snakes because it's has been allowed to breed. But then when you've got a mouse, there might be other mices, whatever, and that's when them little fellas might decide to, come and make my shed their home. So he went in chasing a mouse and ran into a shelf which wasn't secured to the wall of the shipping container, and lo and behold, a load of stuff went crashing to the floor. It's all right though. It was all boxed up and everything, so I'm okay with that. It's just a bit of I couldn't bear to do it last night. It was dark. There's no lighting in there. I just shut the door and walked away. And so God knows what kind of disasters in there. I was seeing a cold light today. So, yeah. Anyway.
Well, that sounds like fun and games.
To me.
Okay. Well, people are saying good night. Yeah. Thanks if you joined us. Hope you enjoyed our ramblings. We'll see you another time.
Thanks for having me on. See you, Dog.
There might be a video coming of a jumble trail at some point. If I haven't thrown the GoPro through the window by tomorrow, there might be a video soon.
Yeah,
we'll see. Anyway, cheers, Rod.
Thank you very much.
Bye, everybody. I'm pressing the big button.